Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
Mike.
Wow. It said, hey, subscriber sample Saturday. So today's subscriber sample Saturday is brought to you by Phil Oakes.
Phil.
Thank you so much, Phil. If you're following along at home, this happens to be sample F is what you had sent in. So for those of you that may be new, please consider subscribing. Like over 70% of you that watch are not subscribed. We'd love to have you aboard.
That'd be a bonus.
But on the subscriber sample Saturday, one of you awesome subscribers sent us in a sample. We try to guess type. We try to guess proof. We try to guess whether it's finished or not. We try to guess what we think we would like to pay for it. And ultimately, we're going to grade it before we even know what it is. And then you guys were nice enough to send us a nice little key on the side to give us the information that we were lacking. So
I can tell you it looks way better than yesterday.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
I could say.
And you know, it's funny because when one of the times we just did this and I said, I'm like, what do you started talking about 80. Now I'm going to forget why I even said it. I thought of it when I was just pouring. You kept asking me about like, oh, it's better than 80 proof. And I'm like, I didn't say that. I did say something about 80% that we were wrong. We were 0 for 80. But with my accent, you didn't get the 0 for.
Oh.
So it was like, well, like 0 for 80 on guessing whether it's finished or not.
Usually
and you were
pretty
like,
good at all your
over
accents.
80? You were like, over 80? And I
Yeah,
was
maybe.
like, yeah. So I had no idea until I listened to it back anyways. But just one of them things.
And by the time I watched it, it probably was over my head.
Yeah. This is a very different nose today. Or is it just me?
Well, it's different than yesterday.
Well, no,
by
it's
a lot.
1,000% different than yesterday. But
It's not crazy, though.
it's bringing me something different.
I'm almost getting... I'm almost getting that white powder, white
Like it's a
powdered
double
sugar.
oak?
Yeah, well, I kind of get that little smell. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take a sip. And it's funny because it's almost giving me like almost like a rum vibe off the nose.
Although we got sent a double oak or whatever the last time, and we weren't even close. This one finishes with a sweetness, which is weird.
Wow, I have no idea what I'm drinking. That had it started with as soon as it hit my tongue, it was like, I told you I was getting a rum vibe off the nose. I don't believe it's a rum, but
I don't think it's a rum.
It gave me like that sugary sweetness right off the bat.
But it also finished that way. But
It finished with a big oak.
I didn't get crazy oak in the finish, but
In my head,
first sip.
that's the smell I'm smelling is what it finishes the flavor on. Like that's why I said it. I'm smelling something totally different. I'll be 1,000% shocked if this isn't a double oak right now. You got the powdery. It definitely finishes. I took a little baby sip on that one.
I did too, because I know. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's holding on too. So I don't think we're crazy proof, but it's up there. I think it's well over what we did yesterday.
Well, I don't want to say well. Man, that's bringing
we're
it
nowhere. We're nowhere near 80.
This has got to be finished. This has got to be a double oak, or this is ultra aged. This is really bringing an oaky presence.
It numbs pretty good too when you swish it.
I again took another baby sip because I don't want to kill it down, but I agree.
Right.
Like
it did numb pretty. It did numb pretty good. I didn't get a whole. It wasn't huge pop rocky, but it does give a nice numbness, and it settles a little bit. We're well over 80.
This drink's uber refined though. Like there was zero elbows.
No,
you know what I mean? Like where you said I didn't get the
yes,
yes,
but it still sits a little bit here in your throat. So
huge flavor that lasts though. That's why I'm kind of talking right now because it's just
it does.
It sits in your mouth for a while.
Yeah,
but it definitely brings a. What did we just do the other day? Oh, the wheel horse one. I mean, the wheel horse double oak, where like the majority of the ride was that oaky flavor. That's what you're kind of getting. But this one's almost like a sweeter oak than the last one. Than that one was.
Start.
Yes.
It could be. Maybe it is finishing a French oak then.
Yeah,
it definitely does have.
We usually don't even get finished, so I don't know if we know. You have to guess what. I don't get. I almost get.
Maybe the first time I'm wrong on this little game, but
and this is going to sound bad, but you know when you like a varnish, like when you like you almost get like the wood varnish on the nose. It almost smells like that. Just a hint of it.
That.
Not in a bad way. I don't want you to say it in a bad way.
Well, because that wouldn't bother me because I don't mind that.
That's what I'm
wood
saying.
Products, I don't really mind that.
You know, but when you're putting the coating on,
I know what
it kind of gives me.
I don't really have. I'm not getting it.
Okay. That's
it wouldn't bother me if it did though. Other than I know I got a friggin' lot to stain or keep going.
I'm trying to guess proof. I see a little tiny bit of a pop rock, but it doesn't.
I'm gonna go like 100.
I didn't want to go. I don't want to go much more than that though. That's the problem. I'm not feeling it.
I'm gonna go bourbon. I'm gonna go 100. I think it's finished. And if I was paying,
I'm doing bourbon and finish for sure. I'm gonna try one more time on the proof.
I'm gonna think this is probably gonna be in the 59-69 range, somewhere in there. It's probably way more, but that's I'd like to be in the 59-69 range.
Right. This. Oh man!
Look at how quick I put that together.
You did. You got me thinking.
Whether I'm right or wrong, yeah, that's where I'm at. So it is written, let it be told. How'd that little saying go? So it is told, let it be written.
My Bible quoting is not so good right now. Shall it be written? Shall it be done? Isn't that what it wasn't? It that something like that? Shall it be written? Shall it be done?
It was vice versa. Shall it be told? Let it be written.
We got some Southern people down there that are more versed in the Bible than I am. That was what the Ten Commandments wasn't it? The movie.
And I usually do watch it once a year.
I do not. I haven't watched it since I was a kid. I like this a lot, Phil. Whatever this might be. Just show my ignorance of the Bible. Thank you.
Sorry for the sidetrack there.
Man, you know, something for whatever reason, because I'm almost getting a little bit of that savory. Something bringing me to like a Woodford, but I don't. It doesn't remind me of Woodford Double O. It doesn't. But that there's a heavy oaky presence. And I'm not really getting. That's what I'm saying. Like, is it a little twang or something in there?
90.4. I think it's harder. I think it's harder than that.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm like, man, am I going? It's not drinking. What I want to say though is regardless of how bad we are on a proof, it does not drink at all with proof in your mouth. Although, it's 1,000% flavor in your mouth.
Could it be like a Sagamore rye with
a finished one?
Another oak in it.
That's what I'm trying to think. Am I getting like a little bit of?
I'm not even getting.
No, but Sagamore doesn't really bring the mint.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't bring anything, but almost into bourbon land. So I don't have to pick what it is. I like it.
So is that the tweak I'm getting? I could almost do that. Like this is a finished rye. That's what because like when I roll that on my tongue. It kind of there's a different flavor that I couldn't figure out. But now that you just said that, this could very well be like a Sagamore Double Oak or something. Even though we have one back there, but I haven't drank it in forever. I like that. Let me take one more sip. I may change up just so we can be different, and one of us can be right or wrong.
Yeah, thanks for. You can thank me for the hint.
I don't know that you're right.
If you're right, you can thank me for the hint. I enjoy it though. Oh, I didn't give a grade. Did I give a grade?
Okay, so when I do roll it on my tongue now, I am getting like that cooling sensation in the middle. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna go rye. I'm gonna go finished. I'm gonna go with a finished rye. I'm gonna go.
It is a rye.
Not to steal your proof. I think you're right. When you said that, I was thinking in my head, but you said it out loud. You can go back. It doesn't matter.
No,
I'm gonna go rye.
Light mint hint.
I did right in the front. I kept telling there was a weird flavor in the front of it, and that's what I think it might be. That little cooling sensation that I get. So it may be a Sagamore, it may not be, but I think it's a finished rye. I think it's. I want to say it's around 100 proof too. I don't think it's that much hotter, but I want to say it might even be like a 98. So I don't pick the same thing as you.
I'll stay with my 100, but I'm switching. I'm gonna go rye finished 100. I'll stay with the same thing, 59, 69, somewhere in there. I'd be.
I'm not disliking this because it has that little minty in the front, whatever it is, and has that nice oaky presence. I think you know, most of them. I think I would be good with like even a 79.99 for me. Like I think this is a very solid drinker, especially if it's proofier than we think it is, because it's not drinking with heat.
No,
it's all flavor.
I don't know if it is. I'm a pretty. I could go A- with this too.
I was A myself.
Well,
this is tasty.
No,
this
it is
because it brings that little coolant. It had that different flavor I couldn't figure out. Now you say the mint. I like that. It's a little cooling sensation mint in the front, but it has a nice oaky presence.
And it does linger.
So if it's just like the 9 year or the 8 year or something like that, good for them. Like where they have it, we have it back there. I haven't gone back to it in a while, but all right, I think we hit all the bases on this one. Again, thank you, Phil, for sending this in.
Thank all of you, but thank you, Phil, for this one.
This was a tricky one. This is definitely another
they're
one.
Always a tricky one.
No, it is, but it's one of them though. When you start out, you're so convinced of what you have, and
I
then
was,
by the end of it,
I was right adamant, and then I'm like, I just told you it hinted it. I'm like, wait a minute.
We either look really good or really bad when we do it.
We're usually pretty good at that.
All right, so there it is. This is the Sagamore Spirit Straight Rye Whiskey, distillery exclusive. So Amontillado cask finish. It's batch 1A, bottles 023. It's 102 proof, so you're right around there. It is a 4-year new oak. I can read, really. In 4 years, 4 months in a Amontillado sherry barrel. It's distilled in Indiana, aged in Baltimore. Purchase price, $79.99. I almost hit everything right on the dot on this one. It does have that good call on that little cooling sensation, Amontillado. Well,
I don't know.
I don't know what cask. I don't know what cask finish that is, but this one's actually very good.
No, it's very tasty, and it is. We did catch that it had a secondary flavor.
Yep.
I said the ideal price was mine, $59.69.
Yeah,
but you said $79. You wouldn't.
I wouldn't have batted an eye at it.
I wasn't disappointed with that either.
If we lived down there, I 100% would want to get one of these because it really does. Like, it doesn't even drink the proof. I was hard pressed. I said 100 in the beginning, but 102. That's like a perfect range. But in your mouth, you don't even realize.
No, it just gives you a little bit of a hug. That was the only reason that kept pushing me to that level, but
it kept bringing me back to the ones.
And I never think of 102 because that's like an odd number.
It is. Yeah, not too many people go to 102, but again, another hitter on this one.
Yeah, very good.
You know, this is excellent. But then again, there's been very few things we've had by Sagamore that we didn't love. That little 80 proof one, I didn't hate it in any way. Nope. It just wasn't worth when they have so many other good ones.
Or any of the blind samples that we've had, and I don't think we disliked really hardly any of them. So thank you for all of you that have brought this in. It's been fantastic.
No, absolutely. So, well, there you go. That's Subscriber Sample Saturday. Again, thank you for everyone who has participated. Thank you, Phil, for bringing this episode to date. And that it's tough. I can't get it because we're not anywhere near the distillery. But if I ever do take you, one of you guys, I think it was him, he actually made the suggestion, like, you got to go down there and then we could tour here in the old line because they're not that far away because I think they're both in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. But, you know, one of these days we'll get out there. But this is excellent. So
it is.
That's our review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.